I wish they were unexpressed. Do you know what I did when we were on the phone last week? I told her I never forgave her for cheating on my dad.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Alright, if you guys are new to the channel, just remember to hit the subscribe, hit the like. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comment section below. I am constantly replying to you guys because it's one of the best things throughout the day. As always, if you guys want to get a membership, go for it. You guys absolutely don't have to, but it does kind of keep you up with posts that I'm going to be uploading, specifically ones that I'm going to be doing first for members or sometimes even for members only. Thank you so much to the members right here on the screen. Today, we're going to talk about yet another one of the episodes that you guys wanted me to cover.
I called her a selfish tramp. That is the last thing I said to my mother.
The episode in question, George's grave mistake sends him to a funeral home. Now, one thing that George understands, besides the fact that he can't really deal with death, is that grieving doesn't always come neatly. Sometimes it's not just sadness, it could be anger, it could be guilt. Sometimes it's literally realizing that the last thing you told someone was not the most fair, loving, peaceful thing to say to them.
Baby, I didn't know that. Oh, come on, look, she knew you loved her, Angie. One fight wouldn't change that.
And I already told you guys, season 6 is packed with a whole bunch of bangers. This one is honestly the most underrated in the entire season. The episode starts in the classic Lopez way. George and Angie are getting ready to go to Hawaii.
Check out my new bathing suit.
Mahalo.
To reconnect. Angie is getting that energy of feeling herself, realizing that she's going to get to relax and break away from the chaos that's her life.
This trip isn't a family vacation. Your father and I need some alone time to renew our relationship and reconnect emotionally.
Look what you did to our marriage.
Of course, Max has a dislike for this because he wants to go to Maui too.
It's not fair that you guys are going to Hawaii without me.
And George puts him to the test.
I'll tell you what, Max. If you can spell Maui, you can come with us.
M-O-W-I-E.
Angie?
No.
Sorry, dude, way off.
Already though, the episode is setting up one of George's flaws.
What credit card did you use to book the hotel?
I didn't use a credit card. I just made the reservation.
You have to put a deposit down or they don't hold the room.
I'm just messing with you.
And one that is going to be consistent. George forgets that he set up the reservation under a credit card. Now, Angie does remind him that he needs to do that, and George immediately freaks out the moment she goes up the steps.
Aloha, my love. Go get ready because I can feel it right now. Hey, this is Georgelopez. I booked a room for Saturday, but I forgot to call in and hold it with my credit card.
Of course, George checks in on the reservation to realize that it is now gone.
What do you mean you gave it away?
He plays the race card to someone with another Hispanic last name.
Is that because I'm Chicano or what? I'm not calling you a racist, Mr. Gonzalez.
Now, this is important specifically because this episode is centered around the fact that Lopez forgets to do a lot of things. It's like he avoids responsibility until he has no choice. And at first, it's just a hotel, but as you guys will soon find out, it is something way bigger.
Angie, honey, come sit down. I don't know how to tell you this, but your mother passed away this afternoon.
This hits Angie like a bucket of cold water.
What? No.
Her mom is dead. The vacation is gone. Everything just slows down. Now, Vic is obviously devastated because even though Emelina had been unfaithful, she was an ex-wife, Vic still loved her.
She had a heart attack.
Oh, Angie, I'm so sorry.
I have to call my sister.
Come with you.
Angie is hit from a completely different angle. The episode then moves on to the burial plot, and Vic tells Angie that Emelina wanted her to handle all the burial arrangements.
Why me?
You are the most responsible child that she probably would have asked me to handle things if we'd had a chance to reconcile, but here I come.
This is where George's "I handled it" issue resurfaces yet again because Angie wants to bury Emelina next to her.
I've decided if I'm in charge of my mom's burial arrangements, I want her out here.
Of course.
We have 3 spaces in our family plot. I want her next to me.
You see, George was supposed to set up three plots so that he could have Benny, him, and Angie.
Oh, we can't do that, Angie. Those spots are for, me, you, and my mother.
Of course, he only ordered two and he forgot. Of course he did. You see, Angie's basically feeling that if she can bury her mother properly next to her, then maybe what she had told her last can be reconciled in some way or another.
Benny, I feel weird asking this. But
No, Angie?
This is probably one of the most awkward scenes. Angie goes ahead and asks Benny if she could have the plot.
We made a promise to my mom. That's her spot. She wants to be right next to me, right, Mom?
You can have it for $50.
And Benny is immediately willing to sell it. It's like, wow. It's like Benny doesn't care. Like, once I go, I don't care. You're gonna put me somewhere.
I have to get to the cemetery. Mom, I only got two spots. I gotta get the spot next to us or I'm gonna break Angie's heart.
What are you gonna do with me when I die?
Pet cemetery!
Of course, George is desperate, and so he goes down to the cemetery to get another plot.
I'm sorry, everything right next to you is taken. The best I can do is 2 plots away.
Kind of classic in how they go on about this.
Call the people who are in between us and see if they'd be willing to, scoot down.
Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Tarkisian have already been buried. Their scooting days are over.
You see, George is vulnerable and admits,
His mom just died and she wants her buried next to us. And I screwed up and only got 2 plots, but now I need 3 together. All right, I'll pay whatever it costs.
Just a moment.
and so all of a sudden, they do have plots, but now you have to pay 15 grand.
I have 3 spaces right here, and it'll just cost you for the 1 additional spot. $15,000.
15 grand, no way!
And it's kind of insane how they go on about it because you can tell she's trying to manipulate George into buying another plot.
If it were my family, I wouldn't hesitate to spend the extra money. Hate to have to go to my wife and tell her she can't spend the rest of eternity next to her mom.
Using the loss of a loved one as collateral.
You're trying to guilt me. You don't know who you're dealing with. I'm a Lopez. We're born emotionally detached.
Of course, George decides that it is way too much money and he can't pay it. So he goes home to tell Angie a lie again.
The owners of the cemetery were in debt. I had to sell some land back to the city. The bottom line is that our plots are now going to be under a swimming pool for deaf kids.
Now, this is where Angie's reaction is kind of valid. Like, she has all the right to crash out on George.
You never bought 3 plots, did you?
Okay, Angie, let me explain.
Did you?
No.
The real explosion, though, is valid because, at least to her, she finally realizes that there is absolutely nothing that she can do to make it even okay.
Angie, listen, I went to the cemetery and the closest spot they had was 2 people down.
That's not next to me.
But it's not that far.
And once again, we have Ernie coming in with the save for George.
Maybe there's something else bothering her about her mom. I'm just saying, a lot of times when someone dies suddenly, all the people close to them are left holding a bag of unexpressed emotion.
You see, Ernie basically tells George a story about how when his aunt Kuka passed away,
My mom seemed okay until I asked her for some lemonade. That when they were little girls, they had a lemonade stand, and my mom stole the money. So when my aunt died, my mom felt guilty because she never told her.
and so now Ernie advises George that Angie might be dealing with something that she is not being honest about. It's like grief just needs somewhere to land, and unfortunately for George, he messed up colossally. So now he is going to get the bad end of the deal. We get to the heaviest scene of the episode where George finally asks Angie she is dealing with something she's not being honest about.
Just gonna go ahead and ask, Angie, did you and your mom ever have a lemonade stand? Maybe you're not mad at me. Maybe you got a bag of unexpressed emotions.
And Angie comes even more clean.
I wish they were unexpressed. Do you know what I did? When we were on the phone last week, I told her I never forgave her for cheating on my dad.
This is where you kind of realize that Angie has just dealing with a whole bunch of stuff since her mother passed away.
I called her a selfish tramp. That is the last thing I said to my mother.
She judged her, she condemned her, she basically told her she wouldn't forgive her. And here's the thing, Angie had all the right to be angry. I mean, you see it on Vic's face. He literally wears that pain throughout the whole entire season when we find out that Emelina and him were getting divorced.
Baby, I didn't know that. Come on, look, she knew you loved her, Angie. One fight wouldn't change that.
And Melina's choices were extremely selfish. But to Angie, now none of that matters. The only tragedy that she sees is that she gave her mother some terrible last words.
I can never say I'm sorry.
And that is something that she cannot live with, but it's such a human thing. And of course, George finally comes in with such a nice save to at least make it easier for Angie to accept the goodbye.
She wrote something in the front for you.
Because it made me think of us, no matter what happens, and I will always love you. Thank you so much for showing me this.
If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down below. This is probably one of the heaviest ones, I'm not gonna lie. As always, thank you guys so much for the support. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.
I said I felt bad. I didn't say I wanted to take Grandma 101.